Hey guys, it's Natalie Cherie. Welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, it's Natalie Cherie. Welcome back to my channel. Seriously, every time I come on here and do my intro, my nose acts like I'm gonna sneeze. It's the craziest thing. But welcome back to my video. If you see by the title, this video is gonna be about all of my favorite palettes. Eyeshadows next to lashes, which I will do a video on lashes if you guys want me to. But it wouldn't be long because I have a few that I like. But yeah, next to lashes, eyeshadows are like my favorite thing about makeup. The eye looks neutral, glam, colorful. I don't really do too many smoky looks because I have small eyes and hooded eyes, and so I look like I got punched in the face. But just all the looks you can come up with. I usually do neutrals and golds, but I do like to do colors as well. So there's just so many possibilities with eyeshadows. And eyeshadows are the one thing I don't skimp on. Like, I'm a drugstore girl. I am a high-end girl. I love my drugstore stuff. Everything else I pretty much have a drugstore of, but I don't really think I have many. If I might have one Wet n Wild drugstore palette, and that's just because the quality of drugstore shadows, in my opinion, aren't like up there. Actually, I take that back. I have a palette, not in this list, from, and I don't count ColourPop. I love ColourPop, you'll see, but ColourPop, even though it's drugstore pricing, you can only get it on colourpop.com or Ulta. And at one point, even Sephora was carrying them. So they are drugstore pricing, but they're not technically drugstore because Ulta is not a drugstore. But I also have this palette from Profusion, and I think they sell this at Walmart. It's actually pretty good. I got it at Marshall's on sale for like $6.99. It's a good palette. So obviously it's not in this list, so it's not like a fave, but I use it, so I like it. But yeah, that and like a Wet n Wild like mini quad palette. Those are the only two drugstore palettes I like. And I don't really even use that one. But I'm trying to say that I think if you're gonna splurge, you should really do it on eyeshadow palettes. I have an obsession. I think I have right now 70 eyeshadow palettes, and I've given some away and thrown some away. So I do love my shadow palettes. So I wanna show you guys like the palettes I love the most for different reasons, the ones I use the most often. And even if I don't use them often, when I use them, I'm just like, why don't I use you often enough? And this video is probably gonna make me revisit some of those palettes that I don't use enough because I love them so much. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into it. I'm so lame, guys. I'm so lame. Okay, so first of all, if you know me, you're on my Instagram. If you know me, we're friends. Like I said, you're on my Instagram, you know my favorite palette. My favorite palette for everyday use is the Juvia's Place. I never thought I'd be that person who would say, oh, I have a favorite palette, because I love so many palettes for so many different reasons. And I think I'll do another video because I have more palettes that I do really like too. They're not like my top faves, but they have a place in my heart. But I never thought I would be that person who would say, oh, I have a favorite palette, because I love all palettes. That was until this baby came out from Juvia's Place. This is the Warrior palette from Juvia's Place. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors. Woo. Oh no! Okay, so we'll use this palette and I'll tell you why. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh God, I just need to replace these palettes. Okay, so never mind this color I need to replace. I love this palette so much, and when this palette came out, guys, I was not gonna get it because I said to myself, I love Juvia's Place. This palette though won't be for me because I pretty much have all these colors in a palette. But I went ahead and got it. They had a sale, and I went ahead and picked it up, and ever since then I have not been able to put it down. This palette I use when I'm going to work, when I'm going with friends, when I'm going on a date. I can use 2 or 3 shadows in this and be done and have a great look. It just, guys, the colors swatch beautifully. All the different types of golds and bronzes you would need. This color is like my skin tone color, so it blends out the color and crease beautifully. I use this palette for when I'm doing an all over bronze look. I'm not doing cut crease. Everything's gonna meld together. Kind of like the way my look is now. I use the Jackie Aina palette for this look. But when I'm going for a look like this palette is the way to go. And I love this palette so much. I lost it for like a week or two and I could not find it. And I went ahead and ordered a backup. That's right, I have two. But I just opened my backup that I had in my closet and look, how did I do this? So now I have to order another backup because I'm missing a shade in here that I really like. So I'm about to be the owner of 3 of these. So I'm gonna just, dude, all these colors are pretty much broken except for these 2 colors. So yeah, Mama's gonna order another palette. This is how much I love this palette from Juvia's Place. So if you guys are wanting an all over bronzy look, get this palette. You have so many different shades you can do that with and it's great. And then if you want to kind of smoke it out a little bit, you have that dark shade up there. You have this color. I honestly don't use it, but it's okay. It's like the one color I don't use. It's amazing. I cannot recommend this palette enough, guys. If you don't take anything away from this video palette wise, get the Warrior palette from Juvia's Place. Okay, moving on. My favorite palette to do like a plummy, sultry pink look is this After Hours palette from Bad Habit. This is a dupe brand. I got this, there was a dupe app that sold dupe palettes to other palettes. I don't know what the dupe of this palette is. That app is no longer in service. I think they went out of business. So it's very hard to find this palette. So I'm going to look very hard and order a backup because when I do run out of these shades, I'm not gonna be able to function. It's so good. I've had other palettes with these type of colors and this one is the best and I paid like, I wanna say it came in a 4-pack. There was this palette, another palette, and then 3 other palettes with different color stories, like a all colorful one, like a more bronzy one, and then like another smoky, like a smoky one, like browns and like blacks and silvers and golds. This is the best one out of all of them. I've tried all of them on a different occasion. This is the best one. Every time I do my signature look with this palette that I do, I get so many compliments on my eyeshadow look. I love the way it comes out. Makes me look amazing. This palette, I love it so much. And yeah, I'm gonna go look for a dupe for this or another one of this. I want this exact one. I don't know, this dupe company is known for duping a lot of like, you know, Huda Beauty and Tarte palettes. I don't know what this palette was duped after, but I don't care. I love it so much and it has good reviews. You do have to be careful using dupe products, but this is one I trust. And there's another one I trust and I have it here. And it's also from Bad Habit. And they are of the Aphrodite and Athena eyeshadow palettes. Aphrodite, Athena. These are dupes from the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, which I do have, and I cannot find it because it was going to be in this video. I do have the original Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. The first one she came out with the chunkier textured shadows. I have that one. It's really good. I was going to put it in this video, but I can't find it. But this one is basically the dupe for it. And people say that whenever this dupe came out, that's when she rechanged her formulas to those textured ones because a lot of people didn't like them. So she basically, people are saying she basically duped the dupes, which is funny. Although I don't agree that the originator can dupe the dupes, but I mean, people love this one so much. She went ahead and changed the textured formula on that one, and I didn't feel the need to buy it because I have this and the other one. But this one's really good. The colors are gorgeous, as in the Huda Beauty Rose Gold ones. They're basically the same colors, just different textures, and I love this palette. Like, you can get so many good looks out of it. As you can see, it's well loved. It's amazing. And then this one is the dupe from the, I'll insert it in what the name of this palette is duped after, but also from Huda Beauty. It's like the second palette she came out with after this one. And this is duped and it has the color stories of that one. As you can see, this shade broke, which is annoying. I'm pretty good with my palettes, but those glitter shades like that kind of break easily. I don't even know what my excuse is for that other palette. I don't know. But we're going to move on because this video is already 9 minutes long. I might have to break this video up into, I'll do a few more palettes and then I'll break it up in a 2-part. This will be a 2-part video. So I'll do a few more palettes. Again, from Juvia's, this is the Warrior 2 palette. Now, I like the Warrior palette better, and obviously they're very different. This has all mattes in it. I like this color story for, you know, adding dimension in the crease. I use these two shades also these three also as blushes, mainly these two. But this one I would also probably use as a winter blush. This is close to my skin tone, also a transition color in my crease. That's kind of why I like this one for blushes and crease dimension. I'm a shimmer girl, so you won't really find me doing all matte looks unless it's like some kind of a challenge. But those are the reasons I do like that palette. Moving on, there's gonna be a lot of Juvia's placed in this. We're gonna make this the last palette I show you for this video. But this is the Saharan Blush Volume 2 palette. Now you're asking, why are you talking about a blush and a eyeshadow palette? Because these blushes are so good, they can also be used as shadows, and I have done the cutest pink everyday look for work using these colors. I'll use Zola on the lid, I'll use Tuile in the crease, and also sometimes I'll put this in for a little depth, but they also all make good blushes, highlights, shadows. This palette is like an all over use everyday palette, and what the heck, I have a bobby pin that attached itself there. But yeah, I also recommend this palette because you'll get multiple use blush and a nice eye look out of it as well, and the colors are gorgeous. And I'll do one more palette while we're here. The Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions palette. I have a love-hate relationship with this palette. The finger swatches are not the best, but you put them on with the brush, they're pretty good for the shimmers. Yeah, the shimmers are a hit and miss to me. But this is a great when you're going for that like Christmassy red look. I've done this for Christmassy red look. I've done this for Valentine's red look. Sometimes I just want to wear like a sultry red look, and this is perfect for that. But I'm going to go ahead and stop filming here. We're going to do another video with the rest of my favorites, and I'll see you guys in the next part of the series. Bye. Oh, and please make sure you were notified, so hit the like button, and also hit the notification bell to stay notified. And if you're not subscribed, please do that as well. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.